Guys, we are back with another video, and today I wanted to talk about letting go when you feel like it's time, whether that be leaving a job, whether that be ending a relationship, or just letting certain people out of your life or cutting some people off. But I heard a thing in my spirit a couple weeks ago. And it said, and I heard the Lord say, when it's time, put your feelings aside and go. That was toward me, to a certain situation in my life. But I mean, I was thinking, and I was like, that can be applied to a lot of things. Not just, not just a job, not just a relationship, but just anything. It be selling your car or selling your house for a cheaper one or for a more expensive one, if you're able to afford it, if you're not able to afford it. But I'm rocking my hat today. I don't know what it's called, but I've been calling it a bucket hat. But it's pretty cool though. I like it. But it's just a lot of people, me. I mean, I struggle to let go of things. I mean, sometimes, I struggle to just be like, well, you know what? I just need to leave it alone, or maybe I just need to leave this certain thing, maybe I need to cut this person off or something. But when it's time, it's time. That's what the Lord said. Put your feelings aside and go. Because the more you wait, the thing is, he tells us this. He warns people, like when it's time to go with it, whether you're leaving a church, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be. But when it's time, it's time. And if you stay, longer than you're intended to, you're gonna be up the creek. Because when he tells you to leave, it's for a good reason. It's for helping you, protecting you, from something you're not supposed to experience. But if you're not gonna obey, then it's your fault. Because told you to do it. But I've been there too. I've done things where I'm like, no, man, I probably just need to, I'll just stick through and see if it all works out. Just make sure, and don't do that. You're gonna be up the creek. Because when he tells you to go, you gotta go. And even if you don't want to, or sometimes you're like, ooh, me, really? I want to go. Like, heck yeah. Because sometimes, he'll have you stay somewhere where you don't want to stay. And you're asking God every day, like, please let me leave. And he's like, no, you need to stay a little longer for this purpose or whatever it may be. But, he has people here for a purpose, has people there for a purpose, has people in places, for a season. And then when that season ends and it's time for the next season, he'll move on, maybe to other places, bigger and better things. Now, you could be in a season could last 5 years, a season could last 2 months, a season could last a day, a season could last 2 hours. You don't know. You know what I mean? It last 2 weeks. But what I've learned is when it's time, it's time. Because if you try to force anything to work, it won't. It won't. And it's really going to end up, putting you through more stress, more heartbreak, whatever it may be, more tribulation and trouble. But when the Lord says go, you got to go. And sometimes that's like, oh yeah, finally. Or sometimes it's kind of like, crap, like I don't want to leave. You know what I mean? I want to make this work. And but either way, you got to do it. You got to put your feelings aside and go. Because that's what he told me in my spirit to do. And like I said, that doesn't just apply to one area in your life. It doesn't just apply to my life. That applies to everybody's lives. This video could be for somebody that's, going back and forth, like, should I leave? Should I go? I feel like I should leave, but I really don't want to leave. Or I feel like I should stay, I really don't want to stay. Either one, But when it's time, it's time. Put your feelings aside and go. Because you don't want to stay too long. Because, man, you're going to be up the creek. It kind of reminds me, funny thing is, I got a straightener. And it's going to be a good example because if you think about it, guys might not understand this as much, but us girls do. If you stay somewhere too long when you're not supposed to, you're going to be up the creek. Just like this. If I'm straightening my hair and I leave it there too long, my hair's gonna fall out. You know, it's gonna burn off. Like this section right here will just it'll just burn off, and then there'd be little pieces, you know, hanging on for dear life. But like that's the thing, you go there for a season, and you pass through it, and you move on to the next place, next strand of hair. You know, that's just I don't know. I saw my straightener there, and I was like, gotta use something. But you know, that's a good example that the Lord just showed me. Have a straightener there, show him that, and you know, I think that's a great thing. You know, great way of showing people the meaning of moving on whenever it's time. Because you know, like I said, you're gonna be in trouble if he tells you to move and you don't, or if he doesn't tell you to move, tells you to stay and you move, you're gonna be up the creek because he has you where you are now for a season. Now, if you're not following God, if you're not doing what you're supposed to, I pray that you get on track because you know he's gonna come soon. He is. I don't know when. We don't know when. The Bible doesn't say, you know, he's gonna come this day at this time at this hour. It don't say, but it does give us signs of the time. You know, and right now I've been reading Mark. I've been studying Mark, and I read Mark 13. I've mentioned that a couple times in my Facebook posts, and I've seen where you know Mark 13 it talks about the last times and the signs of the times, and one of them was the Lord was talking to God was talking about what was he talking about? What was he talking about? I forgot. The beginning of sorrows, and that's basically when earthquakes start occurring and all that. And that's the sign of the times, man. Earthquakes, you know, people getting persecuted. Persecutions always happen, but just you know, weird things that show the sign of the time. But anyways, this is a quick video, and just remember, when it's time, it's time. Set your feelings aside. Go. Bye.